Hello friends, in today's episode we are going to discuss about some very simple and easy tricks. If you apply these tricks, you can get a yield of tons of tomatoes from your plants. And do watch the video till the end, because at the end of the video I am going to tell you about a special scientifically proven trick that will give a real boost to production of your tomatoes. So let's watch. Tomatoes are one of the easiest vegetable to grow, and most of the new gardeners start their vegetable gardening with tomatoes. Whether you start your tomatoes with seed or with fruits, if you apply these techniques that I am going to tell you in this video, you will certainly going to get a wonderful harvest of tomatoes. So to achieve the desired success and getting a healthy harvest, do follow these techniques right from the seedling stage to harvesting stage. Tomato plants can be easily started using seeds or from tomatoes. And once the plant starts to grow and the seedling appears, what we have to do is to select the best seedlings out of the available seedlings. The one with the strongest roots, and the smaller one, you can see we can discard them. So this process of thinning up can be applied at this stage. And after thinning of plants, the next thing we have to do is to transfer the plants to a pot of nearly 4 to 6 inch. By this we are trying to establish a strong root system, because a better developed roots will lead to a plant which is more healthier and will bear more fruits. And the trick that we should apply at this stage is to add a source of phosphorus to the plant. And organic rock phosphate is the best available source of phosphorus. We can add a half teaspoonful of phosphorus to every seedling, and in case we don't have phosphorus, we can use bone meal powder also. And now we will discuss about the tricks that we need to apply at the time of final transplantation. When the plants have two sets of real leaves, we need to transfer them to bigger grow bags, as you can see. And the grow bag should be at least 12 inch deep, and it should have diameter of at least 12 inch. Bigger the grow bag, better the production we will get from the plant. And the trick to be applied before final transplantation is put 1 to 2 tablespoons of organic rock phosphate into the hole. Place the roots in direct contact with this. This source of phosphorus will be sufficient for the entire life cycle of the plant. And the next trick is plant as deep as possible. As you can see, the tomato plants have hundreds of tiny hairs on its stem, and when these hairs come in contact with soil, they produce a robust root system. So by applying these two tricks, we get stronger roots in our plants, and stronger roots in return gives us healthy, high yielding and disease resistant plants. Another important trick for better development of tomato plants are to remove suckers and do regular pruning. Suckers are the shoots or growth at the junction of main stem and the branch of a tomato plant. The purpose of removing suckers is to divert the nutrition towards the main stem and main branches for more fruiting. If we don't remove suckers, you may get more tomatoes, but the size of tomatoes will be small there. The other thing that we should keep in mind is to remove the lower branches of tomato plants. The pruning of lower branches of tomato plant leads to better air circulation, and which prevents many common diseases in tomato plants. Other thing we should keep in mind as our plant grow taller is to remove all the old leaves and branches, so that our nutrition reaches where it is desired. The next important thing is direct sunlight. Tomatoes love sunlight. At least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight is required for tomato plants to grow better. So whether you are planting them in pots or in ground, Choose a place where you get at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight. Watering is also an important factor that we should keep in mind while planting tomato plants. Tomatoes are water loving, moisture loving plants right from the seedling stage. We should water them at least once a day. And we can also water them twice a day depending upon your locality. While we water, we should keep in mind that we should water it thoroughly so that lower roots can absorb all the nutritions. We can install drip irrigation system for thorough watering. That is very useful. Thorough watering is a must for absorption and uptake of nutrients. If we don't water thoroughly, our nutrients may not reach the point where they should reach. Blossom end rot is one of the common disease caused by calcium deficiency, but that may not be because of deficiency in soil, but because of transportation issue caused by inadequate watering. So we must thoroughly water our plants. Now coming to the soil mixture, we should use the regular soil mixture that is well drained, that we use for all the container gardenings. That should contain at least 30% of compost, 30% of gardening soils. We can also add 30% of coco peat to it and 10% of other materials like perlite, vermiculite, neem powder, etc. Now let's discuss about the fertilizers that we can use for our tomato plants. We should use a handful of compost, whether it be organic compost, vermicompost, once in a 15 days on our plants. We already discussed the importance of rock phosphate. Organic rock phosphate is very helpful in developing a better and stronger root system. We also use Epsom salt. We take a spoon of Epsom salt and mix it in a liter of water and do foliage spray. And it should be repeated in every 15 days. Once in a while, we also use zyme granules and seaweed extract. And if you face blossom end rot disease because of calcium deficiency, so you may add some source of calcium to your soil. That I'll be explaining in my coming videos. Next important thing is that we must encourage the pollinators, as the pollinators are very important for our flowers to pollinate and get converted into fruits. We must encourage pollinators like honeybees, butterflies, so that we can get more fruits out of the flowers. The one thing that we should keep in mind is that we should not use chemical insecticides, as they may repel the pollinators or the pollinators may die because of it. So in case we are facing the problem of pests or insects in our plant, using neem oil is the best option. We can use 5 ml of neem oil, mix it with 1 liter of water and spray all over our plant. It will resolve many of our problems. And in case your plant is infested with fungus, you may use baking soda. Mix 1 tablespoon of baking soda in 1 liter of water and spray over your plant. It will resolve all the problems related to fungus. And if your plant is infected with virus, especially yellow curl-leaf disease, remove the plant and dispose it safely so that other plants nearby doesn't get infected. And the next trick is to plant some companion plants near your tomato plants, which helps in preventing a lot of pests coming to your tomato plants like borage, cabbage, basil, mint, marigold. These all are good companions of tomatoes. And before I tell you the final special trick, the one important factor is staking or supporting the tomato plants. There are many kind of terrils and tomato cages available in the market, and we need them because as the plant starts growing and start fruiting, the branches becomes heavier, so the tender stem and branches of tomatoes may break down. So to avoid them, we need to provide support to our tomato plants. We can prepare terrils at our own also. We can use 2 or 3 sticks and tie them at the top and insert them in the pot so that they may provide support. Strings can also be tied to support them, and a string per plant tied at the bottom and supported with something overhead can help a plant, and it provides a good support. We can simply use some sticks and tie them with the plant. As you can see, here I am using support of a pipe, plastic pipe, or you can provide support with some kind of sticks, and without putting much pressure on the main branch or stems, we can simply tie our plant with it. So we can provide support in many kinds, but it should be taken care of that every tomato plant should have been provided with sufficient support. So staking is very important issue. And now the final special trick. All the tomato plants develops an hormone similar to salicylic acid. This hormone triggers a kind of response in them, which we call systematic acquired resistance, which makes your plants to become resistant towards many kind of fungus and other diseases. And the trick here is to use aspirin. Aspirin is a source of salicylic acid. We may take a 350 mg tablet of aspirin and mix it with 2 liters of water, and this mixture should be sprayed over our plants at an interval of nearly 15 days. And if we are spraying this mixture right from the seedling stage to the stage when plants reach maturity, your plants will get completely disease resistant. And here is the result. So if you want to have a lot of tomatoes from your plant, do apply all these tricks and do like the video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.